Hello, and welcome back to a update video. It is August 3rd, so beginning of the month. Figured I would talk about my any finishes and progress I've made on from the last update. I do want to do at least a monthly video on what I've done and my plans and all that. So first, I wanted to say thank you to Hero Born Stitches. She has really fun content that is just enjoyable to watch. I really like long form videos, and she provides. I know she's like, oh, it's so long. I'm like, yes, please. I need my 2-hour videos on stitching. But I really do enjoy watching her stuff, and she kind of reminds me of my mom, like hairstyle and the way that she's just very bubbly and all that. So I will link her channel below. Today I wanted to show off a couple of finishes that I did. These were not mentioned in the last video because I didn't expect to be doing them. So both of them are going to be presents. One of them I've already gifted, so I will put up a picture right here. This was a Neopets pattern for a friend of mine. He loves Neopets, still plays Neopets to this day, and Neopets is super LGBT friendly, and he's gay, so it only made sense to combine the two. Then I've got my finish. Also, this is a present for my Dungeon Master for D&D games that I play every month. It's going to be her birthday coming up soon, so I thought this was a really cute little pattern that I found on Etsy. I will also link that below. The table is supposed to be stitched in a color, but honestly, I didn't feel like it needed it, so I left out stitching the table and just let the fabric come through. It is kind of a sparkly fabric. I don't know if it's super noticeable, but it has kind of like greenish flecks in it. So it's honestly very pretty. Cameras are not great at picking up speckles and silver and cute things like that. That's fine though. Anyway, since I last updated, I noticed that Cross Stitch Meadows had put out a Google Sheet inventory tracker for like everything. I had been needing to do DMC inventory for a long while anyway, so this was the perfect opportunity to kind of like sit down with my stuff and be like, all right, what do I need? What do I not have? Things like that. So this bag is all of my doubles, minus the doubles that are in boxes. I have the little like DMC boxes that come with like 12 skeins to a box kind of thing. So I have all of those listed, and I will actually show a little insert of my inventory numbers here as well to show what I have and all of that. I have called out my off-brand thread to give to 2 friends who have started cross stitching just to kind of jumpstart their color collection. I started out with off-brand, and I think it's perfectly acceptable when you're first starting out stitching to do off-brand because DMC can be quite pricey, depending on where you get it, of course. It takes a lot sometimes to just get a full set, and I've been building mine over the last 20 years, so I still don't have all of them because they keep coming out with dang new ones. Okay, so those are the 2 finishes that I had. My works in progress. The last time I am still on the Raven, and let me open this box here. I haven't made a huge amount of progress with it, but I'll insert a little picture of what it looked like before, and this is what it looks like right now. I am enjoying stitching on a 14 count after dealing with teeny tiny little 22 count and 26 and all of that, and I'm working on 27 count for the Zelda tapestry. So it's nice to just kind of relax with a 14 count sometimes. I have made no progress in uh, um, the Snow Queen. I haven't had time between like the gifts that I've been stitching and all of that. And I also have, I was looking back through um, my really old stuff that I had in my box, and uh, I unfinished. What's the UFO? Unfinished object or something like that. I'm having to restart a couple of things. So I have the tea octopus that I need to restart because I did look at the pattern that I have for it, and it is very messed up to the point where I just don't want to deal with it, and I kind of am not liking the fabric that it was on anyway, so I am going to switch that up. I think I have found fabric that I do want it to be on, though. I have been waiting for a pattern to come along that goes well with this Coral Garden fabric from Crown, I'm gonna get it right, Oak Crown Studio. It's very vibrant. I really love it, but nothing has called to me to put on that fabric. But I think the tea octopus should go well with it. I'm gonna take a picture of the fabric and then gonna like superimpose the image onto it to see what it looks like. I feel like the colors would work well with it, but we'll see. I unpicked the Thranduil work in progress that I had for this fabric called Lurking in the Forest or Lurking in the Woods, also Oak Crown Studio fabric. I have my eye on a deep midnight fabric from her that I really want for a fairy project, and I'll put a picture of that up. This one is a full coverage, but I don't plan to do the background. I just want to let the fabric shine again. So I'm just going to do the moon and the fairy on it. I think that would look really pretty on this dark fabric that I've got my eye on. But I am going to redo the Thranduil project on this fabric. I just need to sit down and do it and get it started. But I am currently working on other things. But yeah. The next thing that I found in my box is this like whale and lighthouse project. I don't know how I feel about it yet so far. I only have a very teeny tiny little start on it. It's just, it blends in really well with this fabric. This is like a pistachio mint green almost. Very super light. But the background in this is stitched with half stitches or half crosses. Is that what you call them? Half crosses. I'm going to be stitching this on, this might be 28 count linen. Yeah, I think this is 28 count linen because this is the only mint green that I've got in my list. So yeah, this is pretty good size fabric. So I think this may be, this is one that I want to do, but I don't know. I'm not super feeling it either, if that makes sense. I really like the whale. I really like the lighthouse motif and all that. But I need to, I think, to just, because the pattern is like a color pattern, so like everything's in color, which is hard to read sometimes, like where you've been and what you've done and all that. Plus, I'm working off of kit floss, which is not my favorite floss because it's annoying to like put back on the little paper card. I think it's just the process of this one that I am annoyed with, not necessarily the image, because I love the image. But yeah, the only other update I have is to my Zelda tapestry, and I will bring you over to that. So this is the current progress I have for the Zelda tapestry. I will insert a picture of what it looked like before. I have mainly been working on the Guardian fingers, trying to determine where those all go. And you can see, obviously, I reached over to this is the far edge of the pattern, which I think I showed last time. But this is an in-office week, so I don't get a lot of stitching done on this one. And frankly, the last thing I want to do when I get home from an office week is sit in my chair here and work on this one, because I like to sit on my bed and watch YouTube and all of that. But yeah, that's everything, and I hope you enjoyed this quick little update, and I will see you either another video in this month, but we'll see how it goes. Otherwise, I'll probably do another update at the beginning of next month. So yeah, happy stitching.